Hey guys, Christina here. Can you cultivate? Happy Thursday. A 35-minute morning flow for you. Thought you guys got a kick out of this beetle bug that just wouldn't leave me alone this morning when I was trying to start. So eventually when he takes off, we can begin. Beautiful day here in San Diego. Again, happy Thursday. So begin to ground down. Think about what it is that you can cultivate out of this experience off your mat and into your day. Everyone wants to change the world, but no one wants to change themselves. So begin to think and visualize a change within yourself, within your life, something you've been working towards, an intention. He's getting ready to leave. This guy would not leave me alone. So find hero's pose in your time. Begin to ground down. Entertaining. So sit up nice and tall, hero's pose. A couple breaths here. And shift forward, find downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana will begin our practice. Right away, shift forward, find high plank and lower all the way to your belly. Inhale, full cobra pose, Bhujangasana, press the earth away. And exhale, gently release. Breathe in, press the earth away, work your arms to straight. And gently release. Begin to awaken the spine. One more, breathe in. Exhale, release, use the strength of your core, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right away, walk your palms towards your feet. Find ragdoll pose, Uttanasana at the back of your space. So head is heavy, clasp for outside elbows. Shake your head yes and no. Alleviate any tension here in the low back. And from here, find, if it supports you, a chest expansion by interlacing your fingertips behind your low back sacrum. Halfway lift, breathe in. And exhale, dive your heart forward. Maybe find ragdoll, half bind, open twist to the right. So work your left elbow into your hip. Maybe extend your right arm high to the sky. Find length from fingertip to fingertip. And exhale, release. Move back through your chest expansion. Lift your heart. And exhale, dive your chest forward. Find your ragdoll, half bind on the opposite side. Maybe lift your left arm high to the sky. Find length. And exhale, release. Sink your hips low, heels in, toes out, frog pose, malasana is where we'll meet. So palms to your heart. Take all the time you need here. If you have a block and you need to sit on it, feel free. Elbows to the insides of your knees, thighs. Lift your heart forward. Full breath in. Easy breath out. Palms to the earth, lift your hips high, breathe in. And exhale, drop your hips down. Inhale, rise. Find star pose with a little bit of passion. Exhale, hips drop. Inhale, palms plant, hips lift. Drop your hips to the earth. Inhale, rise. Star pose once more. Exhale, hips drop. Begin to awaken the body here. Hips lift. And walk yourself forward. Find high plank, top of a push-up. Belly to spine. And drop to your forearms, forearm plank. Hold here and breathe. Engage your bandhas. Belly to spine. Uddiyana Bandha, Mula Bandha. Preparing for side plank, forearm side plank, Vashisthasana. Right palm to the center of your space and your left arm high. Lift your hips high. Maybe add a tree variation if you're feeling good this morning. Maybe reach forward. And exhale, release by dipping your hips low and then send your left leg across your mat for a nice IT band stretch. So come all the way to your left hip, thumbs to your third eye, seal variation, just breathe. In your time, begin to rise up. Move through three-legged dog. So send your left leg high to the sky. Get some movement. And exhale, release, downward facing. Shift forward once more, find high plank. Forearm planks where we'll meet. Preparing for side plank, Vashisthasana. Forearm side plank to the right. So, right palm high. Maybe find your tree legs if it feels good. Reach forward. And then from here, simply release the back foot to the earth, hips drop, and a nice IT band stretch on the other side. So right leg across your mat, right hip to the earth, thumbs to your third eye, seal variation, just breathe. You should feel pretty good. Begin to rise back to your palms, re-extend your right leg high, down dog kick. Exhale, gently release, downward facing dog. Step or flow to the top of your space. Surya Namaskar. Breathe in, halfway lift, find length. Exhale, forward fold. Root to rise. Inhale, mountain pose, Tadasana. Exhale, micro back bend into Uttanasana. Shine your heart. Breathe in, rise. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Breathe in, halfway lift, create length in the spine. Exhale, first chaturanga, high to low plank. Plant your palm, step or float back. Breathe in, upward facing dog. And pike your hips in your time. Exhale, downward facing dog. Option to gaze over right or left shoulder, hips high to the sky. 3 breaths here. Heart towards your thighs. Gearing your heels towards your mat. 1 more breath. Breathe in. Bottom of your exhale, gaze forward, step or float to the top. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Root to rise, mountain pose, Tadasana. Exhale, micro back bend into Uttanasana. Goal post your arms. Breathe in, rise. Exhale, forward fold, swan dive. Halfway lift with your inhale. Forward fold with your exhale, step or float back, chaturanga. Breathe in, up dog. Breathe out, downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Inhale. Ujjayi, exhale. Maybe find a nice down dog stretch, reaching your right palm to the outside of your left shin, left palm to the outside of your right shin. Just an option. 1 more big breath here. Breathe in. Strong arms, hips press back. Bottom of your exhale, gaze forward, step or float. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, Tadasana. Exhale, micro back bend. Deepest one yet. Inhale, rise. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge your hips. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. If you float, land with elbows bent. Breathe in, up dog. Breathe out, downward facing dog. And from here, stand with your inhale. Your right leg high to the sky. Bend your knee or stack your hips. Find some movement. Lubricate your knee joint here, synovial fluids. And step it through and find low lunge. Drop your back knee. Inhale, modified crescent Anjaneyasana. I recently had an injury, wrecked my bike. My little Yamaha scooter, so I'm taking it a little easy on the left knee right now. So work with me, bear with me. But from modified crescent, shift back, find modified half split. So just breathe up and down the length of your right hamstring. Head towards your shin, shift forward, find runner's lunge. So toe heel your right foot to the top right hand corner of your mat. Maybe come to your forearms, head is heavy. 3 breaths here. You can see I've modified by tucking my left toes. This helps me a little bit with the back knee. Untuck your toes for fuller expression. 1 more breath. Breathe in. And gently rise up. Find Virabhadrasana 1. Back heel spins flat. Inhale your arms high to the sky. So first warrior 1 here. Palms to your hips. Draw your left hip forward, right hip back in space, and your arms high to the sky. Next, exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Option to keep your right leg elevated for ekapada. Breathe in, upward facing Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, downward facing Adho Mukha. Left leg high, breathe in, find some movement here. And exhale, step it through. I can see I'm a lot more comfortable on this side. Untuck the right toes, modified crescent, and exhale, modified half splits. Shift yourself towards the back of your mat. Dorsiflex your left toes towards your face and breathe. And here, gently in your time, rise up. Shift yourself forward, find runner's lunge. So left foot rather, to the outside edge of your mat. Palms, forearms to the inside of your left foot. Head is heavy. This can be a pretty easy posture to check out in. So if you've already checked out, just take a moment to check back in, to stay present, come back to your intention. What are you cultivating in this space this morning? Rise to your palms. Spin your back heel flat. Inhale, rise, warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1. Arms high to the sky. Again, first time here, palms to your hips. If you need to, draw your left hip back, right hip forward in space. Ground through your right heel, arms high. Breathe in. Exhale, palms plant, high to low plank, chaturanga, ekapada option, left leg hovers. Maybe if you're feeling good, add a little kick up, chin stand, breathe in, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll flow breaths, movement here, building some heat. Inhale your right leg high to the sky in your time. Extend. Exhale, low lunge, sweep it through. Inhale, rise, Vira 1. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana, ride your breath. Inhale, upward facing or chin stand. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right away, left leg high, breathe in. Exhale, low lunge, stamp it through. Breathe in, rise. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, high to low plank, shift forward, ride your breath. Breathing upward facing, lift your heart with your breath in. Exhale, downward facing, lift your hips. Right away, right leg high, breathe in. Last time here, exhale, low lunge. Inhale, rise, Vira 1, warrior 1. Exhale, high to low plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Add your own flair. Maybe a chin stand, maybe a scorpion tail if you're craving more. Breathing up dog. Exhale, down dog. Last time here, left leg high, breathe in. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, rise, warrior 1. Exhale, high to low plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Make this your own. Breathe in, upward facing. Rocking a little scorpion tail here, toes towards the crown. Exhale, downward facing dog. Find your knees, find child's pose for 5 full breaths here. So knees wide, big toes to touch. Stretch your arms forward. If you'd like to take a variation here, tricep stretch, thumbs to the center of your back. And just breathe, third eye center, gently rest your mat. Soften your heart, soften your hips. Allow your mind to be free of any outside static, chatter, cheat of the mind. And you're going to come back to your breath. Gently rise up, find tabletop, hands and knees. And exhale, downward facing dog. Send your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge, sweep it through, heel ball toe. Inhale, rise, crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. High lunge. So stay high on the bottom of your left toes, send your arms high to the sky. And exhale, eagle arm, Garudasana. Send your right arm underneath your left. Cross your palms. You can always give yourself a nice bear hug and then gently take it to a back bend. Full breath in. With your exhale, step your left foot up and around for full eagle Garudasana. Slide down an imaginary wall behind you. Knees draw to the left. Right hip come forward in space. One more breath. Sink a little lower. Inhale, rise, single leg, eagle bound, airplane pose, Garudasana. So fingertips forward, left leg straight back. Micro bend in your right knee to protect. Maybe send your arms by your side for airplane or warrior 3. Standing splits as you release. Send your left leg as high as you can. Don't focus on alignment here as much as just finding some height. And exhale, slowly step it back, find low lunge. Preparing for a big toe, side plank Vashisthasana. Peace fingers to your right toes. Open up towards the ocean for me. And exhale, release. Come back through a chaturanga, maybe a nice high T-band push-up. I'm craving a little more here this morning, obviously. Downward facing dog. Send your left leg high to the sky this time. And exhale, low lunge, sweep it through. Breathe in, high lunge, crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. Wind got me there a little bit. And exhale, eagle arms on the left arm under your right, clasp your palms, or give yourself a bear hug. Gentle back bend to start. Exhale, launch onto your left foot. Really challenge this left knee still. Find eagle pose, Garudasana. So you can always use a block underneath your right toes if you need. Try to sink nice and low. Be the shortest person in the room at the same time, as much height as you can to the crown of your head. Find eagle bound airplane pose Dekasana here. Maybe send your arms by your side for airplane pose Dekasana or warrior 3 by extending your arms forward. Find length from fingertip to heel. Standing splits as you release. Right leg lifts. And then your time step it back, low lunge. Moving into side plank, big toe stand. So peace fingers to your left toes. Open up with grace. I'm trying. Try to extend your leg is straight, arm is straight. Breathe in. Challenging. Exhale, gently release. Move through any variation of chaturanga you like, maybe those push-ups or just a simple vinyasa. Breathing up dog. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Full breath. Let it go. Gaze forward, breathe in. Exhale, step or float your feet to the top corner of your mat for frog pose malasana once more. Palms to your heart. Energetically draw your heart forward. Sink your hips to the earth. Full breaths. Check in. And then maybe work into Titivasana from here if it's in your practice. Palms to the earth. Create a shove with your upper body. Shift forward. Dorsiflex your toes towards your face. Maybe move into single leg crow or side crow. Play here. Have some fun. You can come all the way down to hero's pose. Go ahead and take a seat. Or rather, find embryo pose. Just crown of your head to the earth, arms wrapped around you. A couple breaths here for you. And then in your time, make your way all the way to your sit bones. So come up, take a seat for boat pose Navasana. Rather, let's come all the way down to our backs. Extend your legs high to the sky. So legs up the wall variation, dorsiflex your toes towards your face. Imagine there's a block balancing on your feet. So glue your sacrum down, your low back, a big flat bone between your sit bones and low back. And just breathe. Relax your shoulders, head and neck. Enjoy this while it lasts. And send your arms, fingertips towards your toes. Reach up, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, lower down, lower your legs. And bring them right back up, reach up. Shoulders drop, heels drop. Reach up. Shoulders drop, heels drop to hover. Reach up and hold, and lower to hover. Feel your lower abdominal muscles begin to engage. Draw your knees to your chest if you need for a neutralizing squeeze before you find bridge pose. Tuck your shoulder blades beneath you, maybe a chest expansion here. Drive and breathe through your heels to lift your hips higher. Find Supta Baddha Konasana from here, right palm to your belly, left palm to your heart. Just breathe, reconnect. Check in. Slow and steady your heart rate, slow and steady your breath. Come back to your intention. Why you practice, why you like to move in the morning to awaken your mind, your body, your spirit. Begin to rock and roll the length of your spine. After your third or fourth rock and roll, find boat pose Navasana. Draw your belly in. Imagine there's a string attached to your heart lifting you higher. Like a little yogi puppet. Maybe peace fingers to your big toes, straight leg variation, legs extend, or you can even extend your arms high to the sky for a fullest expression. Full breath. And then gently rock and roll the length of your spine. Halasana plow pose. Rock up, take it back, rock up, take it back, once more rock up, and Halasana plow pose, hold. And then cross your ankles, plant your palms, step or float back. Move through a vinyasa, high to low plank. Breathe in up, dog, lift your heart. Breathe out, downward facing dog, lift your hips. Gaze forward, breathe in. Exhale, step or float your feet to touch. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, deep forward fold. Breathe in, rise, mountain pose, Tadasana. Big breath. Expansive breath. Exhale, release your palms to your hips. Step your left foot about a foot back behind you. Inhale, micro back bend, lift your heart. Exhale, pyramid pose, hinge at your hips, lead with your heart, come towards the earth. All 10 toes face forward, scissor your inner thighs together. Draw your third eye towards your right shin. Preparing here for twisted triangle. So, right palm flat down to your sacrum, low back. Begin to dial your heart open. If legs are straight and strong. Preparing for our peak posture, breathe in. Exhale, Prasarita Padottanasana. Come all the way towards the left side of your mat. Halfway lift to start, and exhale, dive your heart forward. Feel your sit bones lift up and away from each other. Option to rock out an inversion here. If you're an inversion junkie like me, tripod headstand's always an option. I felt like I was going to roll off the bluff today. So any variation that serves or supports you, feel free to move in. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, Skandasana from the back of your space. Lie on the bottom of your back toes, palms to heart center, dorsiflex your right toes towards your face. Find your balance, trust your strength, breathe in. Easy breath out. Like a ninja, use the strength of your right quadriceps to rise up, Haya. Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. First time here. Find length from fingertip to fingertip, wrist extend over your ankles. Again, your arms are an extension while you feel energetic, make some passionate moves. Shift forward, extended side angle. Preparing for half bind, half moon. So move into your half or full bind. Launch into your front leg. Maybe lift your left heel off the earth. I'm not quite there today, so I'm just going to take the modification, which is half bind, half moon. My favorite posture to say, half bind, half moon. Create a capital T shape in your body. Bring your gaze down. See if you can't lift and hover your right fingertips off the earth for just a breath or two. Try it on. Your release will be pyramid Your release will be pyramid pose, all 10 toes forward, and then preparing for a peak posture here, moving back through twisted triangle. So start where we began, right palm to your sacrum. You're gonna dial your heart open and then just gently elevate your left heel high for revolved Ardha Chandrasana, revolved half moon. So not only are you balancing, you're also twisting, but are you breathing? That's the question. Your release is modified or full half splits. So modified half splits, hips to heel, dorsiflex your right toes towards your face. Full splits, you know where to go. Soften your heart towards your right shin. Relax all the muscles in your face. Head is heavy, just breathe. Slow and steady your heart rate. Reconnect to your prana. As gracefully as you can come out, it's possible. Make your way gently back to the top of your space. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, deep forward fold. Inhale, rise, mountain pose, Tadasana. Exhale, release your palms to your hips. This time to step your right foot about a foot distance back behind you. Palms on your hips. Inhale, micro back bend, shine your heart. Exhale, pyramid pose, lead with your heart hinged towards the earth. Soften your third eye towards your left shin. Breathe up and down the length of your left hamstring. Scissor your inner thighs together, hip bones towards the back of the room. Here, bring your left palm to your sacrum, low back, and begin to work into twisted triangle. Dial your heart open, and Prasarita Padottanasana as we will meet. Dive your head down to the crown of your head towards the earth. Maybe work into another inversion. I don't want to roll off the side of the bluff, so I'm going to take Titivasana, Firefly once more. One of my favorite inversions, always fun. And take your time to release. Halfway lift. With your breath in. And exhale, Skandasana with your breath out. So, the back of your space, high on the bottom of your right toes, palms to heart center, Anjali Mudra. Dorsiflex your left toes towards your face. Again, strengthen your left quadricep, Haya, like a ninja. Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2 is where we will meet. First time you're on this side. So again, your arms are an extension of how you feel energetically. Find powerful, passionate limbs. Feel free to work into variations that suit and support you. Extended side angles where we meet, preparing for half bind, half moon. Full bind, if it's in your practice, launch onto your left foot. I'm not quite there with the knee issue today. And then half bind, half moon. Right heel lifts. Try to create that capital T shape here in your body. See if you can't lift your left fingertips to hover for just a breath or two. And your release is pyramid pose, preparing for our peak posture, revolved Ardha Chandrasana. So start where we began. Left palm to your sacrum. Dial your heart open, and then gently elevate your right heel off the earth, creating that capital T shape in your body. Very challenging asana. Your release is half of full splits. Power flow this morning. 35 minutes, wake and bake, to get the heart rate flowing, to get your mind set, to get your body ready for your day, your task at hand, whatever that is to you. Maybe it's just a day on the beach. To feel alive, to feel excited, to feel engaged at 7 a.m. 3 to 5 breaths here, and gently, gracefully come out, just as you came in. Find at the top of your space, halfway lift, breath in. And Pada Gustasana with your breath out. So wrap your palms, your forearms around your heels, and gently lift your heels, stand on your fingertips, draw your third eye towards your shins and breathe. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, tuck, curl, and round. Tiny ball, round through your spine. Let this feel amazing. Fill the space behind your heart. Inhale, rise, mountain pose, Tadasana. Big breath. And exhale, palms through heart mudra. Simple sun salutations. Breathe in, invite an expansive breath. Exhale, draw your thumbs through heart center. Twice more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Again, inhale. Passionate arms here. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Lift your heart with your breath in. Lift your hips with your breath out. Inhale your right leg high. A little bit of a fun variation here. Maybe move into your chin stand or scorpion tail. Toes towards the crown of your head. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last bit of work here, left leg high, shift forward, strength of your core. Lift your legs up, maybe work into your full scorpion, toes towards your crown. Breathe in, up dog. Breathe out, downward facing dog, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Press your hips up and back, big breath. And then find child's pose, Balasana. Settle your hips to your heels, just breathe. Soften the space behind your heart, relax your jaw, soften all the muscles in your face. And to slow down, allow your breath to become present once more. Audible inhales and exhales through your nose. Tap into a courageous breath here, an audible breath. Rise to tabletop, hands and knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg high to the sky. Exhale, half pigeon. Ekapada Raja Kabadasana. My favorite Sanskrit. Walk your palms back in line with your hips first. And then surrender to your sleepiest pigeon. You know where to go. Head is heavy, just breathe. Equal length through your inhales, equal length through your exhales. Dump and release any emotional baggage here in your hips. Let something go. Begin to create space and capacity for something better in your life, something you truly deserve. A few more breaths. Begin to rise up to your palms, shift onto your right sit bone, swing your left leg around for seated spinal twist. So sit up nice and tall, option to bring your right leg to straight. Send your right arm high, hook the outside of your left knee, trace your gaze towards the back of the room. Find length from your tailbone to the crown of your head. Every breath in, find length through your spine. Every exhale, twist and rinse out your internal organs. Counter twist towards the opposite side. Third eye center, rest. A few breaths here. From here, simply uncross your knees, find downward facing dog towards the back of your mat. Left leg high to the sky, exhale half pigeon on the left. You know where to go, walk your palms back first, find length. Be sure your right leg is straight and strong behind you before you surrender down. Dump your emotional toolbox right here. Anything you're holding on to, this is the time to let that go. Very energizing 30-minute flow to do in the mornings, just to awaken the body, the mind, the spirit, tap into that sense of change, cultivation for your day. Honor that your sides are going to be kind of different. Left side maybe a little bit tighter. It's okay. Rise up to your palms, shift to your left sit bone, swing your right leg around for a seated spinal twist. Nice and tall through the spine. Right palm plants, left arm high to the sky. Breathe in, exhale, hook the outside of your right knee, trace your gaze back. So rather than leaning back here, try to press your chest forward, big breaths. Inhale, find length. Exhale, twist and rinse. One more, breathe in. Exhale, counter twist. Walk your palms all the way towards the opposite side. Third eye center down to your mat. Just breathe. And from here, come to comfortable hero's pose on your knees. Fixed fern is where we'll meet. I don't know how deep I can go in this with my knee injury, but I'm going to try. I might have to do a half fixed fern. So knees together, knees pointing down. Feet on the wide edges of your mat. Take a seat between your heels. Yeah, a little bit too challenging for me. So I'm going to do a single leg fixed fern. I'll just begin to therapy my knee here. Full expression is to come all the way down to your back and reach for outside elbows. Begin to make your way up through fixed fern. Take a seat between your heels. If you took that single leg variation on the other side, do so here as well. This will be a little bit more challenging for me with my left knee issue. So I'm going to take this in baby steps. So gently come down to maybe just your forearms, your elbows. Great way to break up scar tissue in the knees, to work into the connective tissue, the fascia. One of the best asanas you can do if you're a runner to prevent injury. Oof, can't stay there long myself. Move back through fixed fern and find single leg Kakravakanasana, tabletop. So shift forward and back on your right toes, shift forward and back on your left toes. And make your way to hero's pose. Now we're working to camel pose Ustrasana, palms to your sacrum or back. And I'm taking a modified variation by tucking the toes, palms to your heels, only if you can see all the way behind you. Lift your heart, bring your heart chakra here. And you come back down to hero's pose. Take a seat on your heels. Couple breaths. Allow the energy around you just to settle. Extremely deep heart up there. Maybe a couple side stretches if it feels good, right and left. You reach your right arm across your body in front of you. Maybe take your left arm and the other across the other way. Just move in a very organic way here. Maybe a nice chest expansion. Beginning to prepare the body for rest. 2 minutes of sweet surrender. 2 more asanas to go. We'll work into rabbit pose here. Palms directly to your heels, front of your head to the earth. Set your heels rather in front of you. Legs nice and straight. Use the strength of your core to lower all the way down to your back. Draw your knees in, neutralizing squeeze. Draw your right knee in, single leg when removing pose. So bring your right knee all the way to your armpit. Avoid your rib cage. Hold here for a few breaths. Feel and create that compression here. Feel a nice pinch. Full breaths here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Exhale, supine twist. Draw your right knee across your body. Stack your hips. Send your right arm out like a T, gaze towards your right fingers. Just breathe. Flush your ascending colon. Breathe. Continue to breathe. Gently draw your knees to your chest, neutralizing squeeze. Reset your spine. And switch it out. Left knee all the way into your armpit. Avoid your rib cage. Up and around your rib cage. A couple breaths here. Compress, compress. Exhale, supine twist. Draw your left knee across your body. Flush your descending colon here. Extend your left arm out like a T. Soft eye gaze to the left side. Breathe. Great way to regulate your own sleep patterns and metabolism. Always working right to left, ascending to descending colon. Our last few asanas here. Happy baby pose, Alanda Balasana. Grab the inside arches of your feet, your ankles, your calves. Maybe take a straight leg variation like I'm doing here, or single leg, your pan, or rock and roll on your low back sacrum, that big flat bone between your sit bones and low back. And draw your knees into your chest for a final squeeze. Big breath in. Squeeze every ounce of your body here. And open mouth, exhale. Let it go. Shavasana. Final resting posture. Corpse pose. Every single muscle rest. Heels are in. Toes are out. Palms are open to receive. Bask here, not in what your yoga practice gives you physically, but what it will always bring you back to, this state of peace and stillness. Final Shavasana. Begin to reawaken the body. Draw your knees in. Find a supported fetal posture, right or left side. Honoring that your right side is always more restorative, left side is always a little more energetic. So take notice of which side you instantly were drawn to this morning. Bicep is your pillow, other palm plants to the earth in gratitude. Visualize this asana as a place of rebirth, fresh start, clean slate. Gently make your way up to a comfortable seat. Face the front of your space. Hero's pose or hover full lotus. Just find your sit bones, eyes closed if you can. Step nice and tall. New breath. New day. New state of mind. Bring your thumbs to your heart center on a Hatha chakra Anjali mudra. Connect to the vibration of your own heartbeat. Bring your thumbs to your lips, vow to always speak your truth, stay authentic, kind words to others, but most importantly, kind words to yourself. Bring your thumbs to third eye, center of light ajna. The divine light in me honors, respects, and truly sees the divine light lives in you. Vow forward to seal in your practice, going in peace. Namaste.